Alright guys, this is Sulzy and today I'm bringing you my BOTB video on how close I've gotten so many times, and maybe this will be, you know, a little bit of good luck, you never know. But basically, yeah, I've been playing it again for the last couple of weeks, but back in late 2019 to early 2020 I was going pretty hard on it, and I must have spent like £300 or £400 out of the spare money I had from my student like maintenance loan on this thing. And yeah, I mean, it is a little bit of a regret, but then when I just go back and look at some pictures, I send these to my guy Jake. You may have seen him on YouTube, called Man Like Jake. Yeah, I showed him how close I got so many weeks, week after week, pretty much. And yeah, this has made me think, maybe I might win it this week. I'm not going to show the coordinates I've played this week, but I will show you what I played in previous weeks. And you never know, if I win I might show you my strategy on how I won. So let's get into this. So one of the first weeks I played the supercar competition. I think this was week 500's picture, and as you can see I literally got in the gold circle for this picture, and I'm so like, I think I was literally like 10 pixels off a Lamborghini. I calculated it. All these tickets were for a Lamborghini, I think, or a Can Evo, so that sucks. Then we've got this picture. Again, really close. This one, I scattered a ton of points. I did think the eyes lined up about here, but actually looking at the reflection of his eye, it does line up about here. So I guess it was just a miscalculation on my part. And hopefully this will help you guys see maybe where you're going wrong and how the judges are playing it. But they've changed the entire judging process. Before it used to be like six judges or something, all in person. Now it's 10 judges and it's online. I think the online system actually works really well, and especially because the lead judge is the same guy, Matt Cannon. So I prefer it to them rotating it out. And then sometimes I remember one week, I don't know if it was Leo or one of the other judges, he had like a bit of a shaky hand and he didn't actually click on the average properly. So I'm glad they've done a judge at average button. Let's move on. Again, this one I did think he was looking quite steeply up, and this guy was looking about here. Scattered a ton of points, but wasn't to be. This one I really was confident in this point. Again, it was close. I think I was in the yellow circle again. Like, look at this, I got 1 pixel off the X and 20 off the Y. I was fuming. And this one again, I was very, like, one of my coordinates was very close and 30 pixels off the Y, exact same X. As you can see, I use a flipping Android. Don't roast me, guys. Yeah, this one I thought the ball was about here, but it makes sense. Maybe it wasn't that close. Again, I scattered a flipping ton of points here. Not sure what car I was playing for at this time. I did play for a Fiesta ST a lot because at the time I had a 1 litre, and yeah, literally on one of the days where I got really close, the same morning where I was talking to someone about the result, I ended up and my car rear-ended. So nice. Yeah, this one again, immensely close. I think either the same Y or very close on this, and just very close, guys. I don't know why I used zoomed in screenshots. This was one of the closest. I think this was for an A45S AMG. They were having a very reduced ticket price this week, I think. Or maybe I just spent a lot that week. I think I put about £30 in tickets in this week. And that's how close I got. This is how close I may be this week. That's going to be pretty annoying. But you do get a lot of Dream Kart credit back. So yeah, here we go. So I wasn't miles close with the closest point, apparently. I was like 8 off the... Actually, yeah, I was pretty close. 8 off the X and 2 off the Y. So, really close, guys. Again, this one, I thought he was looking more like this way. Not quite that steep, but it's how the judges' average went. This one, I thought the guy was over here, but he was probably looking a bit more steep, and that's miscalculation on my part. This was quite a funny picture, actually. Yeah, this one I thought the ball was way higher I don't know why. This guy's like nearly at the top of his jump, so it's not going to be miles away from him. So that was a bad calculation on my part. But the line, I always get the line from the players pretty decent, I think. This one, yeah, I thought the ball was so much lower. And I remember Cam Hassan on YouTube, like, he was roasting the judges, I think, for the judging of this one. Or maybe he actually put his points around here. I'm not sure. There is one, though. This one, where it felt like this was miles away. And I didn't think the ball was that far away, but when you actually take the line from this guy, it does kind of line up there. So this was probably a bit too low for me, and it's just about learning the technique, guys. I do think people can actually win this. It is probably much better odds than trying to do the lottery. I thought this picture was like, I thought it was pretty on point with this. He's looking up like here. Maybe it could have been a little bit higher here, but I don't believe it's this far left, honestly. So I don't know what happened there. But let's get on to the last couple of weeks. So I played in May 1 week, and this woman won. I don't know if it was a terrible judging week. I have a feeling that was the case. Oh yeah, I was just miles off, guys. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Let's have a look. Yeah, so I was taking the island from this guy, like over here, and this guy over here, and he was looking it up about this way. So I would have thought the ball was around here somewhere, and I just thought the judges would go massively wide, but they didn't. So I stopped playing for a couple of months after that. September, £2.30 credit. Yeah, okay, this is where I started getting serious again. We'll look at the full res, why not? So yeah, I thought the ball was a little steeper, but it does make sense. If you draw, you just have to kind of, like, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure this does come up, but I use light shot, the screenshotting. So if you do this, and you can kind of, if you want to do this on the full res picture, please feel free. And then you can kind of, they always take the line from here. So do something like that, and like, yeah. So it does look fairly probable. You just have to use your sense, really. So that is a tip. That is basically just take the widest points that they'd use for the average. That's what they do with the lines, and then draw a line from the top of their noses. That's what they've been tending to do, or like where the lines on their forehead are. There are some other facial features I sometimes use, but I'm gonna keep that little secret for now. Yeah, this one I was just way off to the right. Let's see how the lines look on this one though. Okay, so you do that, and then I don't know, the ball could even be higher with this guy, but this guy just looked like he was looking off into space almost. I remember, I think it was Renee or one of the judges, I'm sure, put a point all the way over here. Like, I don't know what they were doing. So yeah, and maybe I should use the full res more. I don't really do these lines much, but this is how I actually got close a lot of the time. I did draw these lines on the full res, so there you go. You could take this guy into account as well, I guess. It's not ridiculously impossible. Let's have a look at another week. Okay, this week I played a lot of tickets. The last dream car, I really did think I was going to win, but no, I'd gone more to the right. So yeah, the judges went a lot more to the left. I looked at the reflections of this guy's eyes a lot, and I thought this was definitely the cluster. Like, I did very tight. I've been starting to do very, very tightly packed clusters. I probably should space it out a bit more, looking at the weeks I actually got really close, maximize your value. But again, let's do the lines. So do something like that. I don't know if this is the high eye or that's the high eye. It's a very weird picture. You could say this eye's going low and this eye's going, you know what I mean. So do this eye high. So that probably done something like that. And then for this guy, done something like that. And there and there for that guy. So yeah, if you use the full res picture, you may get close if you follow my kind of line technique, or you just really need to look at the full res picture or the magnifier and look at where the reflection of the ball is as well, because they do seem to take this into account. They don't really mention it much. And yeah, just really focus on the head position, you know, use the top of their nose where it's pointing. And you know, there's other facial features, like, you know, look at how their arms are positioned, or take the bottom of the chin. I'm not going to tell you what I use, but that's just me being crafty. Yeah, so that is it. I might show you my super drives. I don't really care about the super drives too much, so this is where I've gone for the super drives if anyone wants to give their feedback on that. I'm going to leave the dream car secret for a bit. I'm going to post this video hopefully later today. I do work the afternoons, so yeah, I've probably got about 6 to 8 hours of work to do today. It's kind of a sad time, but I am taking a couple of days off. Maybe, you know, might help when I'm distracted if I win BOTB and I'm there like specking my car for hours and hours like a madman. But to be honest, yeah, I've been without a car for 18 months, so bit of a funny one. Plus I'm not vaccinated. I don't know if anyone else is not many people are in the same niche position as me in life, but yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I do want to go to car shows, I do want to get involved with people, but at the same time I'm a bit of an argumentative person sometimes, and I'm sorry about that, but I do try to get on with everyone. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. I know there's quite a lot of people in the BOTB community who go around all the different videos on it, so you might end up finding my video, and hopefully this helped. Best of luck, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.